So I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Absolute. And again, this is the source of all creation, all manifestation, all universes. And the Absolute is unconditioned in that there's no birth, decay, or death. It's always in existence and always will be. Where most of our world is a conditioned world, where our bodies, everything we can see, has a quality of the conditioned, meaning there's a birth, there's some form of decay, and then there's a death, an ending. And that's where the Absolute has so much potential for us, because it is unconditioned, and we also carry part of that unconditioned quality of the Absolute. So we carry in us a part of us that's conditioned, that is going to die at some point, going to cease. And there's a part of us in our consciousness that's unconditioned and won't die. It will continue on in whatever form. As I present the Absolute, I talk about it having a manifest function and unmanifest function. The unmanifest function is what we're focusing on today. That is characterized chiefly by absence, what traditionally is called emptiness in Buddhism, a nothingness. I often refer to as no thingness. So it's a sense of absence, like a book that's missing from a bookshelf. And like the book missing from the bookshelf, there's a sense of something belonging there. So as we experience the absence quality, there is an emptiness, there is a nothingness, a no thingness to it. And yet it feels like there's something here. And within the unmanifest, along with absence, are the qualities of peacefulness and stillness. Interestingly, one of the lesser known presentations in Buddhism is that as we get into material that is more delicate, more subtle, particularly meditations, when we're deep in meditation and it's getting very refined and delicate and subtle, that's where it's most potent, it's most powerful. And that's why cessation, as the origin, as the eye of the storm, as it were, that still peacefulness is the potency of all manifestation. From that potency and power of stillness and peacefulness, it moves into the manifest functioning of the Absolute, which is chiefly characterized by presence, by a solidity, by a here-ness, a reality. And along with presence is pure love. This is an unconditioned love that doesn't qualify. It's not going to love you if you do this or if you don't do that. There's no conditions on this love. We all have complete access to it. Nothing we've ever done will reduce or eliminate this love. And we don't have to earn it. Your performance doesn't need to be at any particular level in order for you to open to this love. It's here all the time. I sometimes talk about this love being the viscosity of the universe. And what I mean by that is that these qualities are infused in all of reality. So we're seeing the presence, the love, the absence, the peacefulness. All of these are available in our perception and experience as we move through life. But it takes a deepening of contact with the Absolute to open us to these qualities and to relax enough to not veil the Absolute in our experience, mostly with our personal viewpoint, our personality functioning. We think that has a higher reality than the Absolute. And that's not to put us down or say anything negative. It's just saying this is the common perspective of most societies. in most families. So this is what we learn, what we mimic. And so these are all working all the time. The manifest and unmanifest, they're not quite as neatly divided as I present. They're commingled. It's happening all the time. They're interacting, they're relating all the time. But yet we can also orient to specific qualities, which we'll do in this program, to have you steep more and more in the absolute, get more comfortable, more of a willingness to be present, to let go of control, to let go of doing, and to perhaps temporarily even dial down or surrender who you take yourself to be. I don't know exactly who I am. That's what we meet in the absolute.